This step was actually done in episode 1, but it is the front cappings of the dividers of the carcass. Make a bit more sense later, but for now I'm on to making the intermediate legs at the front and back of the unit. And now onto the top rails or stretchers that will go across the top of the carcass of the unit. And just dry fitting to make sure everything is in order. Now I'm just having to dado for the dividers, for the drawer dividers, and these two pieces of the timber are the two pieces from the very start of this video, and they will be glued on to the dividers of the carcass very shortly, but I had to get this stage done first. And now I can start the skirting, which turned out to be pretty fun. Using my hollows and rounds, I marked out what I thought was a nice shape, and then began scribing the start and finish points of the different size hollows and rounds, and using the snipe bill planes widened those marking gauge lines to a point where I can run my hollow planes down. Now the carcass is all glued up, I'll just clean up the front edges before I get on to getting the skirting, and also have to make the top fit first. Now two nice wide planks for the top of this unit, and I'm just creating a beaded front around the front and the ends of the top. And so I'm just starting off by using my rebate plane with a nicker blade on it, so I don't get too much chip out there across the grain. Once the rebates are formed on each side, I can just run my hollow plane down inside those rebates and create a nice curve. The bottom edge of the top just received a pretty heavy chamfer, and it just created a more interesting profile. And route a rebate out so my back panel can be fixed onto the top. And these are so I can fix the back edge of the top onto the base of the carcass unit, and that might make a little bit more sense soon. So I'm fixing the front of the top firmly with screws, and the back will be able to move in these little domino pockets I've made. And now I can get on to attaching the two small pieces of skirting. And get on to making the long front section of skirting. It's a Makita one. Yeah. The other couple died. I can already hear the screams of unrest from the viewers out there, but anyway, this is what the client wants. They have Blum tip-on drawers, so that's what they're getting. The MDF is made and then will be sprayed by a local guy, and it'll be white inside. And the two skirtings ended up being slightly different profiles, not too bad really, but it was pretty easy to clean up just using the hollows and rounds and just blending the two profiles together, and it looked really good. Then I could attach the two shelving units that I made in the first episode, just with a couple of screws from underneath. And I can work out the size I need for the top panel, top board, which I will then attach the scotia to that, and that will largely stay floating on the top of the unit. See the profile I need to cut, and so I'm going to cheat a little bit at first and remove a lot of the waste with the router, and then I'll get on to using the hand planes. two end pieces of Scotia ended up being a bit of a bugger to actually clamp in place. I had a plan, but as you can see it didn't work, and ended up resorting to just using packing tape, which actually worked pretty good. And here the profile's not quite matching up, but when you've got the planes that made those profiles, it's really easy to just blend them together and you really can't tell. Then it was time for the clear coat. We're using a water-based polyurethane, using 3 coats of this stuff, and it is really nice, dries really quick. I think it's Cabot's. I think it's actually made for flooring, but really nice stuff to work with. And I just added 1 screw at each end of this top Scotia board just to hold it firm and down to the shelving units. Well, thanks everyone for watching once again, and as you can see, not far from the finish line. I've just got my drawer fronts and doors, and then all this molding to be made around all these panels, and then delivery. So stick around for the next video. Thanks for watching.